The home of the Celtics is sold out and noisy inside here in Boston. Welcome to our 2K sports broadcast of the NBA on a Monday afternoon. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining me tonight, Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, with our Hall of Famer David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. And the continued absence of Damian Lillard, guys, is a story.
Yeah, and I don't like the sound of that at all. I mean, they're going to miss him. And by all indications, they're going to miss him for a long time. That was the exact opposite of the news they wanted to hear.
Yeah, and setting aside what that means to the team, you know, I feel for him as a player, you know, on the personal level. It's a tough break for a player that's worked so hard.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. At the 2, it's McCollum. With her at the 3. Al-Farouq Amino is out there with Nurkic, and it's Curry the point. Well, Chris, some teams already realize a championship just is not going to be in their future this season. How should those kind of teams approach the rest of the season?
Give your best.
Right.
Yeah, give your all. We're competitors. This is the NBA, greatest league in the world, the greatest basketball players assembled. And so, one, you have to respect the game. You have to respect the monotony. You have to respect the work. You have to respect the travel. And you have to be thankful, by the way. And you put all that together, you go into your job and you do the best. Focus on getting better every day. And there's a good chance that you will.
And making sure that you give the fans what they're paying for.
Hey, that's what it's all about. If you don't entertain the fans, hey, something's wrong with you. If you can't have fun with 20,000 screaming fans and the kids with their popcorns and all the stuff going on, if you don't remember what it's about, Kev, you kind of lost your mojo already.
And the call will be against Patrick McCaw. That is his first foul of the game. Little minute gone here in the first quarter. Here's Turner. Rebound, Gordon Hayward. Last game for Boston, they picked up the W against Atlanta.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, I thought the opponent's defense just never showed up.
No, but I like that they attacked those weaknesses. They made them pay for a lackluster effort.
To the middle, here's Turner. And he takes in for the layup off a very nice feed.
McCollum is always aware. Fantastic skipping the ball over to the open man.
Over to the left wing. Nice ball movement by Boston. In the corner, Irving with it. Hayward looking around. Here's McCaw. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. McCaw has got his first basket.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% of the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
That's already a second foul. He may have to spend some time on the bench to stay out of early foul trouble.
Terry Rozier's checked in for McCaw. Curry on the wing. Kicks to McCollum. And count from 19 feet away.
You got to know McCollum has an itchy trigger finger. As soon as the ball comes to him, he's ready to pull it. But just watching the progression of C.J. McCollum year to year has been astonishing. I mean, he came into the NBA with little fanfare, but now he's one of the league's top shooting guards.
And with McCollum, he is the complete package on the offensive end.
I mean, he can take any defender one-on-one, and with a little bit of space, he can take over the game. He's a great shooter and fantastic facilitator. I mean, you ask around the league, they'll tell you that McCollum is one of the toughest guys to guard on the wing.
Here's McCollum. He picked up 30 points in their last win against the Raptors in Toronto.
And made a big mark at the free throw line as well. He got himself to the straight a lot and cashed in when he had his chances.
He's guarded by McCollum. Lets the three fly, and it's Terry Rozier with a three.
Oh, beautiful looking three ball from Rozier, really expanding his range.
Trailblazers trail by 4. And there's a whistle. That goes on Terry Rozier. That's his first foul.
And only one away from being in the penalties.
Harkless is checked in for the Trailblazers. Curry kicks to McCollum. That one falls, his second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
And it's encouraging whenever McCollum scores inside, proving that he's more than just a jump shooter.
Horford. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Hayward's got 3 assists now in this one.
And good passing, setting a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Now here's McCollum. Right now, checking his stats, he's averaging over 23 points a game. Shot clock at 6. Takes a 3. And it's Kyrie Irving with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
The shot's good from Gordon Hayward.
Look at him turn on the Jets. I mean, Hayward is adept at finding the right spot in transition.
Curry kicks to Nurkic. He dishes it to McCollum. And McCollum with the slam.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty. What's in his hand, and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Now here's Hayward. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Trailblazers trail by 4. Portland shooting their first free throws of the game.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
Free throw good by Curry. Big time scoring is always a premium, Chris, when you're evaluating players on the offensive side. What do you hope to find as you kind of break down their game?
I hope to find that you can dribble, shoot, and pass. Because if you can those things and you're a great scorer, then I know that if you get double teamed, you can find an open man. That if you have the heart of unselfish player, that you're willing to think 2-3 plays ahead, how to set someone else up that's struggling. Because a great player can always get their own. And also on the offensive side, well, are you careless? Do you value possessions? Do you make easy turnovers? And if you do make a turnover in the offensive end, what is your temperature like defensively? Will you run back and get back and try to get a stop? What type of player are you overall? Great offensive players are oriented, not necessarily seeking individual numbers or acclaim, and that's a big part of my evaluation.
And it's the Trailblazers with the ball, following the three-pointer by Kyrie Irving. 3 on the clock. Over Morris. The rebound by the Celtics.
Pretty high percentage look with the D playing off. Just couldn't knock it down.
Irving, good.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Curry is inside. Morris is there. Yep, that one goes in there.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Tatum.
Wow, wasted possession. Thanks to what should have been a simple pass.
That's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession.
And defensively, great anticipation, making a play there on the ball.
Don't forget about the good hand-eye coordination. I mean, he almost corralled it in for the steal.
Oh, no. He's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there.
The Trailblazers have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. And both free throws good for Curry.
And as great of a free throw shooter as he is, it's still a part of his game. He works very hard at it.
Down low, Baines. He can't hit that time.
Thought he was going to be able to take advantage of the D there. He had the space.
And it's good for 2.
Yeah, off the catch. Tatum now has a clear shot release. Probably a little better balance as well.
And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Boston on top. They lead by 4. Let's take a quick break now and then on to the second quarter after this. Al Horford was born in the Dominican Republic, and he talked about why he gravitated towards basketball instead of baseball.
Coming from the place where, baseball is what's driven.
Wanted to follow in his father's footsteps.
And what a career. College championships at Florida, an all-star in the NBA. I think he made the right choice.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And the Celtics guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Playing smart in this first period. Credit their unselfish play.
Always a good strategy. Get as many people involved as you can early on.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the floor for Boston, we've got Marcus Morris. Irving is out there with McCall. Then it's Tatum and it's Baines in at the pit spot, manning the middle.
Well, Portland, franchise, they seem to be in a tough spot. I mean, they've had some bad luck with draft picks, and at the same time, they've lost some free agents to other organizations. I mean, they're too talented to go full rebuild, not with their stars, but they're still missing a piece or two from really being a danger in the West come playoff time.
Irving passes to Morris. Back to Irving. And he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
Lighting up the scoreboard all night. I mean, Irving's showing the versatility and his persistence.
Chris, for the Blazers, as you mentioned, you worry they'll continue to remain static in the West.
Yeah, I do, because they're too good to rebuild. And right now, you know, it seems like they're not an elite team and they're not a bad team. So how do you figure it out? And it reminds me a little bit of the Hawks about a decade ago. They were always a playoff threat, but never found that next stage. Hopefully the Blazers can shake things up to get them where they need to go.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. One of the premier scorers in the league, Irving, still may be underrated by some as a playmaker.
Kyrie, tremendous court sense, vision. I mean, he understands to win in this league, you have to be unselfish, but you know he can get it going at any time.
And the pass to Tice. That'll be Boston as it goes out of bounds. Celtics retain possession. We always talk about getting good looks. Here's who's doing the best of it in the NBA. Jason Tatum on top. Fourth, Kyrie Irving.
You can't say enough about these two guys shooting this season. Both their percentages, just incredible stuff.
Long range from the inbound.
And he had 2 3-pointers in the opening quarter. But it hasn't been able to connect yet here in the second.
And it's Turner off the drive. Over Irving. Collins. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. Fires for 3. No good from Irving. Trailblazers by 7. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That's his first foul. Harry Rozier's checked in for Boston. And Portland with a change here too. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Harkless. Here's Turner. And it's Turner finishing it off.
Look at Turner. He loves dunking it home. Nothing tricky. Just showing off his superb vertical.
Tice passes to Tatum. Comes up empty down low.
Some tough D in the paint. Getting between him and the bucket and stopping the easy.
And Tatum over to help. Stauskas kicks to McCollum. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Celtics leading by 5. Tatum with it. Leonard picks up. Yep, that one goes. And that's now 6 points for Jason Tatum.
Beautiful job by Tatum right there. I mean, the ball handling skills incredibly advanced for such a young front court player.
Now here's McCollum. D right on him. Shot from 12. Count that as his 4th basket of the night. Just 7 shots to get there.
Oh, they lean on for a big portion of their scoring with a good reason.
And Morris throws it down.
Morris really rises up for these jams, leaving no mistake as he fishes with authority.
Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Stauskas dishes to Leonard. McCollum outside, back to Leonard, and it's out of bounds to Portland. I'll retain possession. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. You take a look at the Celtics. They've been in peak form as we've watched them play some tremendous basketball tonight toward the postseason. And, of course, the Raptors, 7 games back.
And, you know, for Boston, as talented a team as they are, has performed at a very high level this season. Everything's gone according to plan up to this point.
Already, the focus has started to turn to the postseason and what they need to do to make a run at the championship.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
Stauskas kicks to Leonard. Pass to McCollum. to the middle. Here's Collins, and finished off by Collins.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Give the loose assist on that one. Get a body on him.
Some changes for Boston. Al Horf's checked in for Daniel Tice. Green comes in for Marcus Morris. And Gordon Hayward is subbed in for Jason Tatum. And then for the Trailblazers, Nurkic checked in for Leonard. Aminu comes in for Zach Collins. It's Seth Curry in for Turner. And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. They trail by 9 points. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
And always tough on the road, but the attack mindset that they brought offensively, I really felt like that set them apart.
Well, also great execution. Let's not forget about that. Being active gets you only so far if you lack the discipline.
Sees they're trying to speed up the game, C-Web. Teams were given fewer timeouts. Do you think they achieved that goal?
Well, yeah, the rules, 18 to 14 total timeouts. No more 20-second timeouts. All quarters have 2 mandatories. I think it does help speed up. And these are the greatest coaches in the world. They can adjust. They just need to know what the rules are. And I love the fast pace, the fast pitch. Let's make sure that we keep the game in a way that fans love it, and we're not leaving any time out there on the floor. I think the coaches have made a great adjustment to it. And look, play on the East Coast is always going to be a little bit slower, a little bit more methodical than the West. But I tell you what, it seems like it's speeding up the game on both sides, and that's something great for us fans.
Well said. Here's Green. That one drops for him. Green's got the lead up to 11 now for the Celtics.
Such poise and control from the veteran. Green, superb at staying with the shot, even under duress.
And it's McCollum off drive. Horford against Nurkic. The shot comes out.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Well, that takes physical ability, good timing, those 2 things that he possesses.
Trailblazers trail by 11. And it's McCollum in the corner. Off target from 3-point range.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage at time.
Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Green's got 7 now in this quarter.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And there's a call on Gordon Hayward. That's his first foul. The Trailblazers shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. And that one misses.
Well, at this point of his career, Aminu knows who he is, an effective two-way player who likes being a glue guy.
The Celtics making a switch here. Irving's checked in. Harkless is checked in for the Trailblazers. There's 39 seconds left to play here in the second quarter.
And we've seen just how incredible McCollum can be when he is feeling it. One of the few guards in the league who gets everything to fall when his shot is on. It's why he just erupts with huge scoring nights at any given time.
And so McCollum nails both of them.
And the leap McCollum has taken has been remarkable. From little use reserve his first 2 years to star scorer. You kidding me?
Green kicks to Irving. And a miss there on the trip. Trailblazers trail by 12. 3 seconds separate the clock and game clock. McCollum with the bounce pass. Here's Harkless. Horford with a rebound. Horford got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's McCaw. It's deflected. They get it back. Horford finds Irving. Back to Horford. No good with the layup. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Celtics lead by 12. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, you're in a good position here at the break. What do you tell your team to make sure they don't let up?
Well, I don't think it's about letting up or playing better. Or it's just playing the right way. We just have to play good basketball. And we talked about it before the game. That's a goal going into the game. That doesn't change no matter what the score is. So,
all right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, Hoop fans. NBA time show on 2K Sports. What a game it's been for Kyrie Irving. He ended up with 15 points and 1 steal. First 2 quarters from him were fun to watch. Taking a look at the Celtics, Shaq, what do you think?
Well, we all know it was a great half for Kyrie, but it's hard to believe, Ernie, Kenny, that this guy just keeps getting better. Mentally, I thought he was a step ahead of everyone. Physically as well, he can make the spectacular play look spectacular-ricious.
And Kenny, what did you see from Portland?
Well, they're facing a team that shot very well in the first half. Now, that being said, they probably weren't aggressive enough on defensive end. That was the difference.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in a second. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
Oh, well, they've done a good job of letting the game come to them, and really few forced shots here so far.
Terrific first half on offense. This is how you draw it up. We'll see if they can maintain that efficiency going forward.
Here's who Jerry's to start in the second half with. At the 2, it's McCollum with Turner at the 3. Nurkic is out there with the 2, and it's Curry in at the point guard. Here's Turner over Hayward, and he overshot that one, missing. Here's Irving. The rebound by Turner. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is first foul of the game. Terry Stotts, the head coach for the Blazers, he has earned the trust of this roster.
Yeah, if you look at the players on his team, Kevin, they believe in the system that he runs. He is always willing to give players a chance to earn minutes. And is up front with them. Playing in the Stotts, you know that if you work hard and improve, he'll take notice and adjust the rotations accordingly. He's one of the guys having a solid game for them, but as a whole, they've been lacking.
Hayward passes to McCaw. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. McCaw has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Look, right there, the defense commits. Hayward with good awareness finds the open man.
Here's McCollum. Cans the 12-footer.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
And defensively, you know he's feeling good right now. And as the opposing team, you better adjust your scheme accordingly.
Here's McCaw. No good on the 3. And so it's Turner with it. He brings it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. It's a point game. And the best by McCollum.
Nice and steady so far in the second half. They're 3 for 4.
Three-pointer, Hayward. It's hauled by the Trailblazers.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
McCollum, no good. Horford goes in. Nurkic at the block.
Oh, this is the impact Nurkic reached on the defensive end. Effective at reaching out and stifling shooters.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That'll be his second foul of the game. Tatum, he's checked in for Gordon Hayward. Mike Leonard, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Zach Collins comes in for Al Farouk Aminu. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Here's Turner. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Boston leading by 8. Low. Here's McCaw. And the powerful one-handed slam.
You know, some scouts thought Tatum tunnel vision looking only for his own shot, but he's more about team.
For Portland, they've gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. So timeout called here, the first for Portland. And Chris, a unique aspect of Horford's game, he's the rare big who can repeatedly initiate the offense.
No, yeah, he's a good ball, has great vision. You see him making the right decision time and time again. He's the consummate team player.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Marcus Morris comes in for Al Horford. And Terry Rozier subbed in for McCaw. And a switch here also for Portland. Stauskas is checked in for Curry. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. Marcus Morris picks one up there. The Trailblazers have shot 6 of 7 at the line. That one misses for Collins. Boston's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. A second chance effort. Tatum's shot is off. Trailblazers trail by 8, and they're running. Here's McCollum. Draymond Green grabs the miss. And Boston has possession. They've led by as many as 14 points. And there's the bucket from Tatum.
Well, he's been the safety valve for them on every possession. So dependable.
Here's McCollum. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Third quarter action in just under 3.5 minutes of play.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
For Portland, gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. Passes it to Stauskas. He kicks to Turner. Leonard on the wing. Here's Stauskas. Guarded by Green. Just 5 to shoot. No good at the back of the rim. Celtics leading by 10. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Rozier with a 3. 10 points for him.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
McCollum kicks to Turner. Over Irving. The shot by Turner good.
His struggles this quarter continue. D's done a good job.
And Green, the basket on the assist by Tatum. And that's now 9 points for Draymond Green. Trailblazers trail by 15. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And Baines, he's checked in for the Celtics. Harkless is checked in for the Trailblazers. 1:27 left to play in the third. Stauskas, the pass to McCollum. Portland again missing. Boston's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Irving. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
He's one of today's great clutch performers. That's Kyrie Irving. Look, think about this. In 2016, Game 7 of the Finals, he hit the pivotal 3 with just 53 seconds left. And that's just the most famous of his end-of-game accomplishments.
Gordon Hayward's checked in for Boston. Irving scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
Just increasing their advantage, and right now they're in a zone on both ends.
Oh, that's why you see them flexing a little bit. They're feeling good about how they've dominated.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
And not surprising, obviously unhappy the lack of response from his team.
Well, the pace right now, that's being dictated to them. They have to try to get it back to their tempo, to their style of game.
Al Farouk Aminu, he's checked in for Zach Collins. McCollum, no good.
And they've just tried everything to stem the tide here, but nothing seems to work.
Yeah, trying to recapture momentum. When the tides run against you, very difficult to do. What will the young kids say today? Ride that way.
The Trailblazers have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight. First free throw is good. Boston making a switch here. McCaw's checked in. Portland also making some changes. Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Myers Leonard. And Curry subbed in for Nick Stauskas. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripes. Celtics leading by 18. To the paint. Stolen by McCollum. It's 3-3 on the fast break. Harkless with it. Now guarded by Tatum. Pass to Nurkic. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And the touch Nurkic has inside. I mean, I love seeing him be aggressive and look to get his shot from there.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Boston, no good that time either.
Boy, he has been cold for a while now.
And it's sad because the team relies on him to be a threat offensively. When he's rolling, that makes them a much more dynamic offense.
The Trailblazers have shot 70% from the free throw line tonight, 7 for 10. And so McCollum nails both of them. For Boston, they've gone 7 for 16 in the second half from the field, shooting a bit under 50%. Hayward finds Baines. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Hayward's got 6 assists now in the game.
I mean, that's a team-first spirit of Hayward. Looking around, trying to get his guys going.
From past the arc. Offensive rebound. And it's, yeah, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
Great awareness of the clock to end the quarter.
I like that. Even though he's in a hurry, he still remains under control.
And so it's the Boston Celtics sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Terry Stotts had some advice for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
We got to be strong with the ball. They're going to hit it, not try and knock it out. Once we get it, we got to push it, all right?
Well, he's stressing, obviously, how important it is to take care of the ball.
Yeah, you can't be careless with it around this group. He knows the importance of taking care of the basketball.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Aaron Baines out there with Horford. Then there's Irving, Hayward, and it's McCaw in at the 2 spot. That's the Boston 5. And the basket by McCollum.
I like how McCollum works in his in-between game. Finds a way to get involved from his spot.
Irving attacking. Here's Horford. Moves back up. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. And the Celtics lead by 16.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And the call will be against Patrick McCaw. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. On defense, Boston. Here's Nurkic. Kicks it out to McCollum. Trains it beyond the arc. McCollum's got 11 in the second half.
And he's got his first 3 of the game. 2 more than a half to do it, though.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. A little over a minute of the 4th quarter gone right now. Tipped away. Aminu, the pass to Harkless. Back to Aminu. No good on the shot. And it's Boston the other way. Out to the right wing. And so the ball to bounds. McCollum touched it last. And now a look at Boston's upcoming schedule. On Wednesday, they'll be matching up against Kyle Lowry and the Toronto Raptors. Then on Friday, they'll be facing Hassan Whiteside and the Washington Wizards.
And just looking ahead to what's on tap, there are a lot of winnable games for them, but you can't go into the stretch with that mentality. You have to focus on what's in front of you and bring it every night.
And the call will be against Patrick McCaw. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
Dang, that's his 4th foul. Now he's going to have to be careful. Still ways to go and only 2 fouls to spare.
Draymond Green, he's checked in for Aaron Baines. Here's Curry with the 3. Good 3-point shot.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The 3-pointers just continue to flow.
Hayward dishes to Horford. Nurkic with the block. McCollum outside. Feeds it to Curry. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
How about this run they're in the midst of, on the verge of tying it up or maybe even taking the lead?
Terrific D at one end and some clutch shots at the other. Great stretch for them.
And the Celtics making a change here. Tatum's checked in. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. And we got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Brad Stevens had to say to his team. He told them the lead we've got is good, but we can be better. Take it to them. Stay on the accelerator. Looks like he wants them to keep pushing, guys.
Thank you, David. On the wing, Green. Shot clock at 6. Over Aminu. It's good by Green. And the Celtics lead by 9.
The tune Draymond singing, I mean, music to a coach's ear, aggressive.
Time called here. The Blazers decide talk it over.
Yeah, just hitting the reset button, a chance to kind of talk some things over.
and the chance to draw a great play. I mean, this is a chess match at work.
Trailblazers trail by 9. Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Nurkic kicks to McCollum. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That will be foul number 5 on him. Curry against Irving. Just 5 on the clock. Free throw line jump shot. Curry's shot is off. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for Boston with a 9-point lead. Hayward, good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Portland's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. And stolen by Tatum. To the paint. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
I gotta love how Irving forces he makes the D get aggressive with him. He's skilled to get into the line.
And Portland making a change here. Turner's checked in. Good on the second free throw. Trailblazers trail by 12.
And guys, at this point, just a side note, they got this one sewn up. He probably headed to the bench one way or the other. And guys, this is where their depth really comes into play. They've got such talent at that position. They'd love to have him out there, but they won't suffer much of a drop-off.
Boston leading by 10. Tatum passes to Hayward. Puts it up, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Now, this is where Hayward just gets better and better, squaring up off a catch.
The finish. Flushes it down to finish the break.
And guys got kissed with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Yeah, guys, and the finish is the perfect capper. I mean, taking it all the way to the 10.
McCollum, no good. The Celtics have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. Out to Hayward. Horford trying to free himself up. And Hayward gets it to go on the assist by Tatum. Tatum's got 5 assists in the game. Trailblazers trail by 16.
Yeah, that's a bad move there. Stop clock and puts the other side on the line.
The free throw is good. And so McCollum nails both of them. Chris, the last few years, talk of expansion has come up. Are we ready, you think, in the NBA to add some more teams?
I think we are. Now, expanding to 32 teams might stretch the talent a little bit thin, but I think we could handle a couple of years with that because of the youth of the players, and it could actually switch it up a little bit. I mean, come on, Kevin, you're like me. You're a big basketball and big sports fan. You know we have to have it this season.
I would love to see it. Absolutely.
I mean, come on. You know how crazy those fans were. You know we have to have that come back. And then there's the places. Think about how great Oklahoma City is.
Yes.
And how they've just embraced a Thunder team. There might be a couple more places out there with that type of passion and fans saying, listen, if you give us a team, we promise we'll nurture it, take care of it, and root for it the loudest. And I like having that. I think it's time to definitely investigate expansion, but we got to get back to Seattle first and foremost. Those passes into the paint have to be precise, like that one.
And Hayward with the stuff.
Horford shows off his nice passing with that down. For a big man, he sees the floor very well.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They're down by 14. 1:14 left to play here in the fourth. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kyrie Irving.
And to me, the best part of his game has been the work he's done inside. I mean, slashing, driving the lane, attacking the basket at every chance. When he's had an opening, he's taken it.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. McCollum against Tatum. Here's Turner. No good on that one. Hayward with some nice D.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Celtics.
The one area that stands out that we've seen tonight from them, their aggressiveness in getting steals, something I know you really value yourself.
I think it sparked their offense. It deflates the opposition, and when you have the type of effort we saw tonight, it's pretty hard to overcome that defensive pressure down the stretch.
And the effort here tonight, adding to the W column for the season. It'll go down as their 48th win.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Kyrie Irving.
He was the alpha dog out there tonight. Totally in charge of this game. No matter what the situation was, he was the one to dictate the action.
Count that one. And the Celtics lead by 18.
And leaving nothing to chance here on this game-clinching run.
Yeah, that offense shifted into high gear. I love the attack mindset.
Here's Curry. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
And you got to ask, where was this effort when it mattered? The game's over now.
Oh, yeah, this is a nice run here, but too little too late. And deep down, I think they know.
And a dunk by Horford.
And giving the fans what they came to see, a spirited performance.
Yeah, with a double-digit lead at this point, they can pretty much mark this one up in the win column.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And that'll do it, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.